Welcome everyone to an episode of TLR Giant Versus. This is a mini-series where I take two of the giants on the Triton Lego Railway and we compare and contrast them. We see which of the two is better, which one is superior, but this is mainly focused on two giants that have a lot of similarities and some links between the two. This episode looks at the Midnight Panther versus Fat Man. Now, of the two, Midnight Panther was built first. It was the fifth giant to be built on my railway, and it was very spur of the moment, it has to be said. So originally, Stevenson's Champion was supposed to be the fifth giant to be built, but instead that got pushed back to be the sixth. After looking at German steam locomotives with build ideas and inspiration, Midnight Panther just, it just happened. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's good that I was able to make it, but it was a bad thing because all those parts that I put towards Midnight Panther could have been used somewhere else, and eventually it did. So whilst it was nice to have such a train, it was a bit stupid because it didn't stick around for much longer. The Fat Man is similar to the Midnight Panther in terms of its kind of general purpose on the railway. It started off as the Union Pacific Big Boy, and once it evolved into the Fat Man, it qualified as the 10th giant on my railway. So currently it is still alive, but I'm not too sure how much longer it's going to stick around for, because like the Midnight Panther, all of those parts that are used on Fat Man could be put to better use on other trains I want to make in the future. This is also an interesting thing because they do share similarities outside of its experimental purpose. They both share a similar colour scheme, they both have interesting backgrounds to them in terms of how they came to be. They both have a certain kind of length of time on my railway, but the Fat Man nonetheless is a very cool train. So of these two locomotives, which one is better? They both have similarities in the form of their main livery colour, which is black. It is very dominant across both bodies. They both had experimental purposes. One was inspired by a real-life locomotive, whilst one was inspired by several real-life locomotives. The Fat Man is probably going to join the Midnight Panther in terms of its short lifespan, but of the two, the Fat Man is victorious.
Ladies and
the Fat Man is based on the Union Pacific Big Boy, and it's still recognisable through that. Whilst the Midnight Panther had German steam locomotives to kind of back it up, it wasn't recognisable to anything in particular.
Kind of still is.
Of course not because it's a fictional locomotive, but even then it didn't have as much pride or soul.
But some details have been changed, some new bricks have been added.
So the Fat Man stands tall.
It looks spectacular.